Hey guys, so I'm going to show you a video that I shot a while ago, and I have to apologize. I filmed it, never once looking at the footage until I was done, and I had no idea how terrible the audio was. So I did a little bit of work to try to make it better, but it's going to sound like shit, and I really apologize. Now if you're wondering why is that going to sound bad if this sounds good, I'm obviously filming this part way later. Good news is I did do a really cool thing, and I got myself one of these little handy dandy, whoa, I have to get really close, Deity D4 Pros. Now sadly this is only a temporary loan because I need to shoot some content for it, but the thing I'm excited about is you can still hear me when I do this because it picks up on the front and the back, so it's perfect for us guys that want to film stuff and talk about it, but also need to flip around and talk to the camera. You could also plug a lav into it, so that's really groovy. But it's nice to be able to go from this to this to this to this. Anyway, so again, my apologies. Sorry about that. If you can make it through these next two videos, I appreciate it. I promise things will be better from here. Until the D4 Pro actually comes out in earnest, I've got a little shitty knockoff that will have to do the job. It's obviously not, you know, dual featured like this guy, but what are you gonna do? Thanks. Okay guys, very sad story. One of the things that happened to me recently on a job somewhere, I don't even know which one, I stay a little too busy, I lost my tool bag. What a nightmare. A filmmaker is helpless without tools, and it seems like you wouldn't have that many, but there are so many things I like to keep handy just to have access to them, just so that if anything pops up, I'm not at the mercy of circumstance or anybody else's limitations. I am my own boss. I can handle whatever comes at me. So come with me, we're gonna head to one of my favorite places, and we are going to see what we can do to fill up our filmmaker tool bag. Heaven. A really magical place. One of my favorite places to go and be. I don't know how you guys go shopping when you don't know exactly what you're shopping for, but you have an idea. I just do the grid method. So I'm gonna walk up and down each and every aisle and pull in what I need because this tool bag has got to be filled up. Okay, so we're already doing pretty good. We're finding some stuff that's very useful. One of the things I always start with is a multi-purpose screwdriver. So this one here is a handle that then has a main piece and then two replaceable heads, a large and a small Phillips and flathead combo. This is a fantastic tool, one screwdriver to rule them all. You don't have to have a whole bunch, you don't have to have a small set and a big set, you don't have to have a flathead and a Phillips separately. One handle, all the tools. Really fantastic. I can't emphasize this enough. You guys need one. I bought one before to fill up my set. This one's only $3.20, so I'm absolutely getting it. Next, for $6.99 for their limited sale that they got going on, we've got the Allen key set of metric, standard, and Torx. These are fantastic to have in a single handle so they're not getting lost, they're easy to use and manipulate. Although there are designs that I like much better than this. I'll keep these in the cart for now. If we find the ones I'm looking for, we'll swap them out. But fantastic to have. Now, as fantastic as having all those Allens is, I always tell people to make sure they have a set of removable individual L Allens. When you're working with film cameras and rigging, I can't tell you the number of times you simply need to have one individual piece of metal. It is so often you will run into something that there's no room for a handle, there's no room for all that extra gack, and you just need something like this. Now, it's going to sound like I'm always full of contradictions because I told you guys how nice it is to have a screwdriver that's all in one. I would never tell somebody to not have one solid Phillips or flathead that's by itself. I picked up these ones not because I need more, but they have a nice thick solid shank and they are excellent at being incredibly strong, good for prying things out, good for potentially stabbing things, realigning things that are under tension and pressure. Just solid tools to have. You These are great things to have in the tool bag. I've already got one from just other little laying around the house stuff, but a utility knife, I can't tell you guys how many times on set you will need to precision cut something or cut something incredibly strong or tough. These are amazing to have. Alright guys, this isn't necessarily something for the tool bag, but something to have in the tool closet. It's a tap and die set for standard and for metric. Having something standard isn't bad. I'm going to mention that this is not necessarily a must-have, but something to think about. It's just being able to do repairs or to change things up on your own is crucial. This is the way I shop. This is very close to what I need. I think they've got something better, so I'm going to keep looking, but I'm going to throw it in the cart. This is a doctor-style tool bag, so this guy is going to, fill up with tools, and he'll be a little squarish, a little squat, but when he's unzipped, he's got a wide open mouth, so you can really look in there and get things. They've even sewn in some pockets here, but I can tell you already, I am not in love with the material or the build quality on this. It just feels really cheap. $9 obviously is cheap, but I think we can do better. I'm gonna hold on to it for now, but lots of tape measure options. I don't normally keep one because it's more of an AC thing, trying to measure distances for focus. It's $3, $2.50. I'll take it, it can't hurt. Okay, also not something bad to have precision screwdrivers. Teeny tiny little Phillips flatheads and specialties. You really only need a couple of Phillips head or flatheads for different things. And past that I wouldn't get too crazy. Anything that comes in its own case to hold them together is fantastic, and anything that's got some nice thick grippy handles like this rather than the small little thin metal ones, it's a great way to go. These do have a slip in, so you can hold on to one side and spin the handle with the other hand. Hard to go wrong. It's a nice thing to have when you start working with delicate things. What the fuck are these? Guys, this is a fucking Pelican case. It's a Pelican case knockoff at Harbor Freight Tools. It's $90. Okay, the foam sucks, but it does have foam. So the foam doesn't actually fit with the case very well, and it's still pick and pluck size. Originally I thought it was going to be too big, but holy shit, do I need this? Holy shit, this is a good find. Okay, something I'm really sad about is one of my favorite tools that I had in my tool bag was medical shears. Those things could cut through anything. Now, remember what I said before, this is not the place to get premium quality stuff. You can get stuff that's good enough and it'll last you a long time if you're getting the right stuff. Like, obviously certain things aren't going to be great. I'm afraid scissors is probably going to be one of them, so let's just talk about this real quick. These $1 multi-purpose shears that you've seen everywhere are shit. Never get these. They are terrible. Cut paper, sure. Cut leaves off of vegetables or trim herbs, yeah, fine. Anything else, no. These are garbage. However, for $10, they've got these multi-purpose shears, scissors, and I don't know if you can see it, but they have really thick-ass arms, blades. I think these will work for us. So, medical shears, no. But I think these will do the job. Okay, this is a little bit of a weird one because you definitely don't need it as a filmmaker, but it's something that I really like to have around. I did recently buy a pair, but for $8, maybe I should get more. Circlip or snap ring pliers. These are... It depends on what you're doing. They could be completely unnecessary for the rest of your life, but some things are intended to not be taken apart by the consumer, and sometimes it benefits to be able to do so. And a lot of times people are putting things together with circlips, and these are what you need to take them out and apart. I'm sorry, I'm just really excited because I actually love these things. They're really cool. I'm trying to think of all the things that I've taken apart that I probably wasn't supposed to, and was able to like dissect for stuff. Anyways, worth having, for real. Yeah, think about it. Okay, here we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Remember before I was complaining about that guy, I was just like, the quality, the texture, like just the material. Boom. $16. We've got a nice Docker style bag, nice thick like ballistic nylon material. There's some little pouches on the outside, not that I'll really use those. But you know, nice solid shape. This is significantly better. Twice the money, but significantly better. This will probably be our guy. Now there are people, and plenty of them, and rightly so, that prefer the hard bucket style with metal handle, metal frame. Nothing wrong with that at all, especially if you're an AC. If you're an AC, I would actually say this is probably the better bag, just because the open access, you could throw cinema batteries in here. I wouldn't do lenses or filters, but I mean, you could throw a lot of kind of run bag stuff right in here and have really fast, easy access to it. Matte box comes off the camera, don't tuck it in. Way to go. Oh, check this out. Oh, the handle even folds down. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I had to circle back around because I knew I had missed something that was critically important. Probably one of my most important tools, and that is the channel lock. I mean, that's how I know it. I don't know if you guys call anything else. Tell me if you do. So these things are fantastic, and yeah, they are likely abusive. However, when you have something that is just stuck as shit, that you need to open, pry, remove, grab onto, oh boy, these have saved me many times. And also, in a pinch, you could use them as a hammer. Not that I would encourage it, but you could. The other thing that I grabbed just for funsies were some needle nose pliers. Sometimes having a little pinchy boy can really be useful. And then you can also get an angled set, but this is really stubby and shitty, so I'm gonna leave this one behind. So tools alone were about $100. That's pretty groovy. If you're still watching, thank you so much for dealing with the audio. Really sorry about that, but that was a lot of fun. Just as a recap, yeah, it was about $100 for the tools that I got, not including the tap and die set. But you know, what's funny is other than the screwdriver, the thing that I ended up using the most was those needle nose pliers I got as an afterthought. I didn't actually have those before, but I always thought, maybe that'd be nice to have. And it's turned out to be a great thing to have. Now, there are a lot of things that I obviously couldn't get at Harbor Freight Tools, like a V-Lock to Anton Bauer battery adapter and vice versa. That was a great thing I had in my tool bag and I don't have, so I gotta get that. I didn't grab any Velcro straps, which are amazing to have. If you can have a small roll of Velcro straps, I highly encourage it. You will use them everywhere. If you're building cameras, they tidy things up amazingly. If you have power cables, for the love of God, put a Velcro strap on them just so you could make them pristine and nice. Oh, geez, like that's a big one. Recently, my tape roll, like all of my tapes that I use for marking actors, marking things, taping things down, was stolen. What a nightmare, so I need to get more tape. Bongo ties are a really big one, but usually you find those in film supply stores, although non-film retailers do sell them for other uses and they are significantly cheaper, so look around a bit. But bongo ties are amazing to have. And then some other things like a P-tap splitter is really good if you're working with cinema cameras or cinema batteries. You can find those online for like 20-25% of what they normally cost at a film retailer.
So check that out. Anyways, if you're still watching this, thank you so much. I'm going to do some more stuff that'll be more entertaining, hopefully more educational later on, but these are just some of the things that happen to need to be done, so I figured I'd bring you along with me. So hopefully you're having fun. I know I am, except for the editing part. I really hate that shit. That's why it's taking me way too long to get these out, but that's unimportant information, so thank you.